Today we are going to begin the recitation 0, the fundamentals of NumPy. We are going to cover what is NumPy, its installation, the basics, initialization, and how to access, modify data, pivot data, combine data, and math operations. Now first of all, we'll define what is NumPy. As you all know that NumPy is a package for scientific computing in Python. It is a Python library that provides an assortment of operations for fast operations. We all know that. We'll go through this definition fast and we'll now show that how to install NumPy. First of all, if the NumPy is there or not, we'll check by this. If not, we'll install by this command and we'll rename NumPy as import NumPy as np. Now we'll go through the basics of linear algebra after we dive deep into NumPy. A zero-dimensional tensor is known as scalar, a one-dimensional tensor is vector, 2D is matrix, and three-dimensional tensor is a three-dimensional tensor. We can see the various attributes by printing the dimension, shape, size, and data type of this array, which shows that it has 0 dimension, has this much shape, size of 1, and data type of int. Now we'll define a vector in the similar way, where we are providing an array, a 1D array. We'll print the similar characteristics and we'll get x as this, a dimension of 1, shape of 3, that means that 3 columns, size of 3, and data type of float. Now we'll print a matrix. Matrix is a 2-dimensional tensor. 1, 2 is the first row, 3, 4 is the second. Now we'll print the dimension, shape, size, and d type. We'll get the dimension is 2, the shape is 2 by 2 means 2 row 2 column, size of that, size means addition of rows and columns total. If we make this a one dimensional, then it will be the shape, and this is the data type. Now we'll have a 3-dimensional tensor, printing the same characteristics, which will show that it has third dimension, shape of 2 rows 2 columns, and the third dimension is 2, and total size is 8 with this much data type. NumPy also comes with several functions which us allow to create tensors quickly, like zeros, ones, and I, and random. We'll go through this in the later part of lecture. Now dot product is the most common operations in which we multiply the rows of the first matrix and the columns of the second matrix shown in the visualization, and then add it. Note, the subscript or the number of rows and columns has to be taken care, where the columns in the first and the rows in the second has to be the same, and it makes the number of rows and number of columns in the final matrix. Now how to do the dot product? We have a function called dot, where we can create a dot product matrix C, where A dot B, and we can get. Now we can note that different axis equals to 0 is the rows sum across row, and axis 1 is sum across columns. Now this is very useful in our deep learning, where the sum across a particular axis is needed. as we can see that sum across the rows is this much and sum across columns is this. This is also a useful thing that if we want to calculate the minimum in axis in the rows and in the columns, we'll get these as follows. Now we'll go into initialization. How do we initialize it? I mean, how do we create arrays? Creating a range of 10 values. We'll put a range like how many values you want, and then it will store in this. We can also do that by a similar function called line space. This is not inclusive of the highest value, so from 0 to 9 similarly, and evenly spaced. This is the lower bound, this is the upper bound, and how many values we want: 1 2 3 4 5, and this is the dimension 5. The two a range and the line space are two functions we get. Now how to generate different types of arrays: an empty array, a zeros array, a ones array. We put the dimension in this 2 by 2, 2 by 3, and 4 by 2, and we'll get different types of arrays. This is the empty array with dimension 2 by 2 which we put. This is the zero array which we get np.zeros with dimension 2 by 3, and this is a ones array with dimension 4 by 2 which we put as an input. Now zeros like and ones like, these are two NumPy functions which take the shape of the argument and make it a zero filled matrix. So one's array had a shape of 4 by 2, so it is a 4 by 2, and with the same shape it has filled with zeros. Similarly, one's like function also creates a matrix filled with all ones taking the shape of the argument. Zeros array has the shape of 2 by 3, and hence, so this is the way of creating a matrix filled with zeros and ones. Now this np.full, this is used for creating a matrix of a particular shape 2 by 2 filled with a similar value like 10. So 2 by 2 array is this and filled with the same value. And again, full like is also a similar function like zeros like and ones like. It takes the argument as the shape of the array which it wants, and then the value which it wants to be put, and the date type. So 0.1 is the value, shape is zeros which we knew that 2 by 3, so 2 by 3 is the array and it fills it with 0.1. Now how to create an array from an existing data. This is the list, and we can create an array from a list by putting it in the argument of np.array. Now reading from arrays, we can read from arrays. This is the path and this is the load. We can initialize an array by loading data from text file. np.loadText is the function, and we can initialize an array by loading data from a NumPy file by putting it np.load. So np.loadText and np.load, and we will put the argument as the path. Now we'll use some special library function called rand int, and rand, and another randn, which we will cover in the next video. Thank you so much.